As the trial of Derek Chauvin moves forward, anyone that is watching this trial that has an ounce of humanity in them will all agree that this trial is very difficult to watch. It's difficult to watch because they keep replaying George Floyd's death over and over. And it's also difficult to watch because of the defense. I understand that they have to bring up some type of defense for Derek Chauvin, but what type of defense does he have? There is no logical explanation that Derek Chauvin can give for doing what he did. The defense tried to say that, oh man, they were in fear of their life in the crowd, when the camera shows that they were not in fear of their life. That this man was zoned in on choking the life out of George Floyd, along with the assistance of his colleagues. After listening to testimony from different witnesses, certain witnesses stuck out. The paramedic, the jiu-jitsu expert, the two children, the clerk at the store, and Mr. Charles McMillan. I think the most difficult part was watching Mr. McMillan break down because he felt overwhelmed and he had to relive that tragic day. I don't care how long you live, it is very difficult watching a person lose their life. And it's also difficult watching a person lose their life when you feel as if that you are helpless. You want to help this person, but there's nothing you can do. You know, the sad part is that you have people out there that really want Derek Chauvin to get off. They want him to get off. They're trying to come down on the courts for allowing Mr. McMillan to express his personal feelings. Well, how can he not express his personal feelings when you ask him what he saw personally? You know what's sad? That you have black people that still feel as if there is no racism in America. It finally took me over 50 years. I met one that says that there is no racism, that is some plot by the Democrats. That's what he said. The fact of the matter is that people only see what they want to see. Regardless of what's going on around them, some people know how to put on these blinders. And they have tunnel vision. And they will only allow themselves to see what they want to see. And what they don't want to see, they pay no attention to. Won't let you show them. Derek Chauvin and his buddies should have been charged with first-degree murder, not just second degree and third degree, which carry on this little small time. I don't care. He needs to receive more than 40 years in prison. Derek Chauvin and his buddies should receive nothing less than life. They should receive nothing less than life. I can understand now why they tried to implement this eye for an eye rule. Because it's wrong, man, that you will take a life and you get to live on with your life. You take a life, you should lose a life. And if anyone has been keeping up with the case, you see Derek Chauvin still writing and writing. What the hell is he writing, a damn book? There's not that many notes to take. And what the hell is he taking notes for? So he can try to come up with a lie for what the truth has been told? And all these people talking about, oh, he had drugs in his system, oh, this and that. What I would like to be done to all those people who come up with that analogy is that let us get you. Put your hands behind your back and handcuff you. Hold your legs down, hold your arms down. Let me put my knee on your neck for over 9 minutes and see how you feel. Since all you people saying ain't nothing, let us put our knee on your neck for 9 minutes and see how you come out. You have some people that are making claims that this trial is dividing America. America has always been divided, and you know it. It has never been together. So what are you talking about? What you're probably trying to say is that it's making you feel uncomfortable. It is making you feel guilty. It is giving you some type of emotional feelings. This is going to cause trauma for every person that should that watch this. Some people that watch this, especially ones that witness this firsthand, I'm quite sure they get nightmares. I'm quite sure they feel guilty. Because me, myself, watching it wasn't fair. I'm like, man, couldn't somebody have done something? Maybe throw a brick at one of the cops or something to distract them, to get them to do other than take Mr. Floyd's life. Someone had to create some type of distraction. But they didn't. And now those people feel guilty about that because they are saying the same thing. I should have done something, man. I shouldn't let this man get killed like that. You know, every day since this George Floyd incident, I'm going to say every day, there's some new case where some white cop are abusing the rights of a black person. This is every day. It's been captured on video every day. But why does it keep happening every day? If we know it's wrong, why does it keep happening? If we know that it's wrong, why are these cops keep getting off? Sooner before or later, these cops are going to start getting caught up. They are going to stop receiving this protection. I heard about all the millions of dollars that the police union are spending to defend Derek Chauvin. What I call that is putting good money on bad money because the guy is going to lose. How much time he receives is debatable. But there's one thing that we all know. He is going to receive some time. My heart goes out to the people that had to witness this tragedy. And my heart goes out to Mr. McMillan. You know, he saw something going on. He stopped and wanted to investigate. And thank God for his nosiness. Thank God for that. Because I think that his testimony is going to play a big part in what happens to Derek Chauvin. And I am very disappointed in the white Americans, if they are Americans, and if they are white. But I'm disappointed in the white people that try to say that Mr. McMillan's testimony should not be allowed. Or to the white people that say that, oh, it was because that the drugs he had in his system that he passed away. Shame on all you white people. You know what? White people aren't paying attention to what is happening to their world. Their world is crumbling. And you think that you're going to go out in a blaze of glory. No, you're not. You're going to leave in shame. In shame. It is shameful the way that white people conduct themselves. Look no further than January 6th. That should give you an indication of how white people conduct themselves. So if they do that way, if they perform that way in public, what do they do behind the scenes? What do they do on the internet? What type of words will they write? How long will white people uphold the injustices that their people commit against my people? And how long will my people stand back and watch with a feeling of hopelessness? You know, I saw my oldest brother passed on, I felt hopeless. There's nothing I could do. But that was an act of God. What about in the case of George Floyd? Well, it was not an act of God, but purely the actions of evil men. America loves to point their fingers at other countries and say how they're inhumane, the way they treat the people is just bad. Well, America, you've been on the stage for over 400 years, and you have yet to show humanity for black people. You know, people keep saying that cases like this is what's separating America. America was never together. America has always been separate. Separate for white people, separate for Asians, separate for Hispanics, separate for black people. It's always been sectioned off. You know, while they are making laws for gay people, for Asian people, for Hispanic people, there has been no laws to protect black people. Only excuses to keep abusing and assassinating black people. There's always something going on in the lives of black people to make you drop your head, to make you feel depressed, to make you feel hopeless and helpless. I just pray that Derek Chauvin and all those involved will rot in hell. And the church said, Amen.